Hi. So this happened about a year ago. I'm 19 and I lived across the street from this 30-year-old guy who was overly friendly, always waving at me. Then 18-year-old, as I went from the house, he was always outside when I was, like he was watching me. He was very unsettling for some reason. Maybe it was the fact that he legit looked creepy. His eyes were a little too wide, limbs a little too long, smile a little too wide, if that makes sense. So it was around 9 at night. I was doing the dishes and my parents weren't home. My sink sits in front of a very large window, and when I looked up to get some more soap for the mountain of dishes, I saw a man trying to hide behind the chain link fence. I put everything down and slowly dried my hands. Then the man was suddenly at my window and he was looking at me like I was nothing. I hit the floor trying to hide, even though he had already seen me. He started banging on the window, and it started shaking from the pressure. Honestly, I thought it might break. After like 5 minutes, there was silence, and I got up, looking out of the window. There was nothing. I grabbed one of the knives I had just washed and started checking each window and door on the first floor. Thankfully, everything was fine. Then I cautiously climbed the stairs, where I saw the window at the end of the hallway open, wind blowing through the curtains. I raced to check the window, which I knew was closed. Leaning my head out the window, I saw a ladder leaning up against my house. Deciding to get out of there, I climbed out of the window. After I got off the ladder, I ran to my neighbor to the left of my house, and I got her to call the cops. From where I was in her house, I couldn't see anyone or anything out of the ordinary. When the cops got there, they found a man under my bed with a knife. They also found some of my laundry in his pockets. As they dragged him from my house, I could see clearly it was my neighbor from across the street. I would later find out that he was planning on asking me on a date while in my house. But what scared me was the fact he installed very small cameras in the kitchen and living room of my house to find my likes and dislikes. And he had been planning his little excursion for literal months. So man from across the street, let's not meet again.